before we get on with our topics, I just want to put this out there, and it's going to sound cliche, but I absolutely, absolutely mean everything that I am about to say. Dave, feel free to jump in when you feel, whenever you want to, if you want to jump on this. But I have a lot of people recently. It just seems like recently this has happened a lot. We just had a young lady on the podcast this past Friday on the live roundtable. Her name is Liliana, and she's going to begin her career in ring, learning the business. She's heading to a school here in Brooklyn called the Fallout Shelter. Wishing her the best for her career moving forward. I hope she does a hell of a job, and I hope that she has a lot of fun in the process. But I've been getting a lot of messages recently from people who are kind of on that road, that they've been wanting to do this their whole lives, and I gotta try, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and I hope everybody tries. I don't want anybody to hear what I am about to say and think of it as a negative. It's just a heads up, right? This is veteran knowledge. I'm just passing this down to you, and I just want to give people fair warning, I guess you could say, right? This business, the wrestling business, is not for the weak. You're going to be tested. You're going to be insulted to your face. You're going to be hurt physically. Even if it's not an injury, just, as Jim Cornette once said, this hurts when you do it right. Imagine what happens to your body when you do it wrong, right? So I always tell people, if you're going to follow it because it's a passion of yours, I say follow it. But just know that it's going to take more than it gives you, right? This industry is going to take more from you than it's going to give back. And one of the biggest things that I hear from people all the time about getting into the business, and I think this is any atmosphere. This is why I said, even though you're not in the business, Dave, I feel like you can chime into this. A lot of people tend to use their work as their place of kind of socializing because they physically don't have the skills or the comfort level to socialize kind of on their own. Introverts, people who are shy, people with insecurities, they tend to stay to themselves a lot. And I think sometimes people look at wrestling as a way to kind of get out of that comfort zone. It's so different. It's so lively. There's so much energy involved. I feel like I could let loose in wrestling, which is entirely true. But I feel like a lot of people who get into the business and then almost immediately leave it, like they run screaming from it, it's usually from people who decided to use this more as a social outlet than an actual job. You know, they meet people, they network, they talk to individuals, they might even have good matches with each other, and all of a sudden they think that that's their friend. Oh, we're friends. But it's a work environment. That's really what this is. It's a work environment. Everybody here is trying to make money, and the only way to make money is to get noticed and to move higher up. It's very, very difficult for two people to move together at the same pace. Even for tag teams. Talk to any tag team that has either just started within the year or the Dudleys, like from that range. And you'll find people who argue all the time. Even if they love each other, they're on each other's ass. They're always poking at each other. They're in the car all the time. They're on the road together. It's a very frustrating process. It's very frustrating. So I feel like a lot of people don't normally have socialization skills, and they don't have the ability to determine how real this person is genuinely being. Is this person really my friend, or is he just passing the time with me backstage, or like what's the deal? People just read too much into shit. Yeah, have you ever seen some of those individuals that I'm talking about? Like outside, obviously, in just work.
Absolutely.
In just work environments. People like, they would normally have friends, but all of a sudden they go to work and they're chatty Cathys. They have 5 or 6. My friend Fred down in accounting, and this person over here is like, hey, buddy. Like, they confuse the work environment with real life. I have a I have a day job myself. And I tell people all the time because we're done work at 2:20, and I tell people all the time, all the way up until 2:20, I'm your guy. We're gonna get through the day. We make jokes. We go back and forth with the banter. At 2:21, I don't know who you are, and I say that shit to their face, and I say that shit on the way out. If I'm walking out the door and I start hearing my name, I keep it moving like I would if I wasn't the trainer heard my name. I don't know anybody in here. Who are you?
That's
I
crazy.
don't know any of these. No, because as soon as lines start getting blurred, feelings start getting hurt.
Oh,
And I keep telling people before they get in. I posted something earlier. Actually, oh, I'm not gonna play it, but I was posting something earlier that Triple H said to a very young Randy Orton and a very young Batista. He said, "Listen, you're going to be put in a position where you're going to be standing next to me and you're going to be standing next to Flair. And there's going to be a lot of people who don't like it. And there's going to be a lot of people who are going to tell you to your face how great you are and, man, what a great opportunity for you. But behind your back, they're going to bury you. They're going to talk shit about you. They're going to bitch. They're going to moan. They're going to complain. They're going to throw your name into a bunch of shit and try to see if they can get you to fuck up and trip up so they can have the spot that you have." That's wrestling. It just is what it is. Not only that, but we have convicted felons of all sorts in the wrestling business today that love taking advantage of people, especially people who are insecure, who are introverted, who are shy, who have good hearts. You guys are not heroes. You're food. You're fodder. That's why I tell people all the time. I love performing in front of people. I don't like being around people. So when I get in the ring, or when I'm calling a match, or if I'm doing a show, whatever, I'm enjoying that. I'm entertaining. I'm trying to make people laugh. I'm trying to make people cry. I'm trying to make people feel what I'm doing. All that stuff. When I walk out the locker room to go to my car and moving forward from that point, I don't know any of you. We shared an experience in that room. Remember the experience. We'll always have the Elks Lodge. And then I move the fuck on. You,
oh,
you can't get lost into that shit. It's a business, especially if you have a family. If you've got a wife, or if you've got kids, or if you've got both, you definitely shouldn't be friendly with any of these motherfuckers. You really shouldn't. And you're just leaving yourself up for vulnerability, and that's why I posted that thing earlier. I said, make people earn you. Stop giving people your friendship by default. Everybody who is in my life right now is in my life because I chose for them to be in my life. There's nobody in my life that I didn't choose to have in my life. Everybody who was once in my life, who is now no longer in my life, that was by design. You are gone. That's it. Off to doing whatever you do. That's why I tell people all the time, I am the worst. Right now, I'm worse now than I was 10, 15 years ago. But I'm the worst friend you could have. I'm not going to call you. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not going to call you. I may text. I may send some Facebook messages or whatever the fuck, some memes every now and again. I may send a "Hey, how are you doing?" text from time to time. I'm not calling you on the phone. And if you call me on the phone, I'm going to fucking hit the red button. Oh, I'm going through some shit. I'm sorry to hear that, but there's nothing I could do for you. Even if you just wanted to hear like have a friendly ear or whatever, I might be able to do that for you. Sure, we'll talk it out, but there's nothing I can do for you. What I have is for me and mine. You need to get something for you and yours. And the older I get, the more specific that's getting. So now it's down to a point like where it's like me, my wife, my son, you and your family, the girls. Like I could probably name on like two hands the people that I'm actually reaching out to, even like friends, like a few friends here and there, where like I get these messages all the time. We should hang out. We're probably not gonna hang out. When's the last time I've seen you? It's been about 5 years. Yeah, we should hang out. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. Because my days where I used to go to the bar for no fucking reason other than it's a bar, those days are long gone. I'm still drinking. I'm
oh yeah.
just I'm just not spending $80 a night for 6 Bud Lights. I'm here at the house drinking responsibly and cheaply.
Ooh, I like
Yeah.
cheap. I fuck with cheaply.
Yeah. And I just recently started experimenting with stuff. I just put my scotch for the first time inside of a root beer. And I was like, what is this magical goodness? And not for nothing, 0 calorie, 0 sugar root beer
Oh my god,
with my scotch. And I was just sitting here
you changing the game.
jamming. I was jamming. Then I tried to put something clear, right? My wife has the Tito's handmade.
Oh yeah.
I put that in with my ginger ale.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God. I was like, damn. And don't let me get a strawberry Schweppes, like a cherry or a strawberry ginger ale, or like a grape ginger. Get the fuck out of here. What am I going to a bar for? I'm gonna get that drink. I'm gonna go over here and do whatever recreational things I feel like I'm doing. I'm gonna hit the bed up with the wife, and then I'm going to sleep. That's it. Extracurriculars is finished. Nah, but you want me to go to a club, or you want me to go to a bar where I'm gonna be around all these people that I dislike greatly. I'm good. You gotta learn to rein all that shit in. That's all I'm saying. Just keep an eye out for people. Keep an eye out for fucking people. They're not all your friends. You're not that likable. That's one of the biggest problems people have. They think they're likable. You're not all that. You're not that likable. No one's that likable. No one over the age of 20 has 40 friends. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. They're not all your friend. Okay? So, anyway, I just wanted to get that shit off my chest.